Well, it really is starting to look like Christmas. Last week we did our outside decorating, and this week we're going to do the hallway and the master bedroom. So let's get started. I found these little plates on Etsy. They were pictures of 12 days of Christmas, and they're on little chinoiserie plates. Now, I purchased them and they were download. So what I did was I sized them to fit these little ornaments that I picked up thrifting probably last year. And what they were like little plastic frames with cardboard inserts. They peeled, one side of the cardboard peeled off, so you could put your pictures on that, and then the back side then I glued down the pictures. So I had the 12 days of Christmas, I had two of each picture printed, so I had 24, and I stuck them on each side of the little disc and then put the disc into the little plastic picture frame. So the frame that I did, I sprayed them, they were all different colours. They were white, red, yellow, green. So I sprayed them all black with just a black spray paint that I had, and then as you can see I stuck the little pictures in place, popped them into the frame, and then just grabbed some rub and buff and coloured in the frame with the gold rub and buff, and it really gave them a nice antique look. And I did this with all 24 of the little pictures, so it came out with 12 little discs, the 12 days of Christmas, and then the little pictures, one on each side. Once the little discs were done, I decided I wanted a little bit more shimmer on them, so I had this wax, and it's like a wax with glitter in it almost, and when I rubbed it on my finger it gave a really lovely glittery sheen to the pictures. So I did that front and back, and then once those were done I just got some black velvet ribbon and just stuck those so that I could hang these little discs up in my hallway. So into the hallway. Now, when we moved into the house, the hallway was one of the first things we did. And I did it in a very dark green with the wallpaper on the bottom half of the stairs and a very light pink on the upper. And if you know me, you know that I am obsessed with William Morris and have been since I was a child. So I have all my prints up and down the stairs, and I also have some DIYs that I've done out of material on the mirror and the table. So we're in the process of putting in another floor, and so that's what those boxes are there. And of course when there's boxes it becomes a dumping ground, but this is as you walk through the front door, so it is handy to have the hooks there. So what I decided to do to give the look, the old world look, the Edwardian look, was add these candle sconces to down the hallway. I had a few of these around the house, so I gathered them all up together and I just put the little battery operated candles in them, and it gives a lovely glow. I have this lovely old vintage holly garland that I use every year. I have some little bits that I'm going to be adding to it. Most of them are from previous years. Those little scented discs, sticks that you put into greenery and stuff that's artificial, and it gives a lovely smell of a natural Christmas tree. So as you can see here, I've just got these little picks and I'm just adding them into the artificial greenery. And as I said, I think I've picked these up off Amazon in previous years, and they are just really handy, and they just give a nice feel and add a little bit more lushness to the garland. So the holly and the ivy are, I think, a very big part of British decorating, or always was when I was growing up. It's very traditional, and I always like to incorporate it in my decorating. So as you can see, I've added in some more artificial greenery, and then I've taken my 12 days of Christmas and I'm going to put some on the garland, and then I'm going to put some around the little candles that are on the other wall. So we're going to follow 1, to 12, and as you walk through you can count all the little days of Christmas. So let's have a look at the hallway. Now I do add in my vintage Santa Claus. He's not exactly Edwardian, but I love to incorporate him, and he usually has that little spot in the hallway. So as you can see, I've added in a lovely big pair of pink velvet curtains because these old houses are awfully drafty. And then I've just added in another piece of greenery above the hall tree with the lovely red beads that I thrifted the other week. And then it's just a matter of adding some greenery and some holly and some berries above the picture frames. And then I added all the little discs of the 12 days of Christmas to all the little candles that give off a lovely glow on the hallway as you walk down into the living room. Santa was $3 and I picked him up probably about 3 years ago. It's still one of my favourite thrifts of all time. Now, the dark colour doesn't help, but this hallway doesn't have any plugs in it. So this little lamp I bought in, and it has one of those light bulbs, the emergency light bulbs that you can use without any plug. So it's the first time I've had a lamp in this hallway, and it is just great. Now onto my very cosy cottage bedroom. So I grabbed a whole bunch of things and threw them on the bed. I grabbed my bedding, washed it, put it on the bed, and of course Mr. Dudley has to try things out straight away. These are flannel sheets. They are very, very soft and he just loves them. as you can see. So I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff, not sure what I was going to use. This is my favourite quilt cover of all time. I picked this up at Primark in the UK a couple of years ago when we were over. I absolutely love this. I think it is so beautiful. I grabbed the quilt cover, 2 pillowcases and 2 cushion covers for the living room. I also grabbed these 2 red velvet pillow covers, and I also grabbed these 2 tartan pillows. They are European shams. This is a table runner that I thrifted. It was only $1, and I was going to make some pillow covers out of it because I have a quilt that matches or very close to it. But as it turned out, if I made pillows, they would have been running in the wrong direction, so I'm just going to be using it for something else. These are the European shams, and I did have some pillow inserts, but I think I have given them away, so unless I can find them, I won't be using those this year. These are the velvet curtains that I picked up last Christmas, just before Christmas, 4 big panels that I normally put in the living room. I'm going to be putting them in the bedroom this year, and I'm going to take the pink velvet curtains and put them at the front door, which I do every year over all my doors to cover the drafts. Do you remember these candlesticks from last week's thrift haul? 50 cents each. So I thought I might paint them, but once I got this glossy wax, I decided I'd give that a go, and I'm so pleased with the way they turned out. You can still see the colour underneath, but it's given it a really lovely finish, and it's very, very metallic, so once you paint it on and polish it up, it's just lovely. So I've put a candle stick in, a battery operated candle, got this lovely tartan ribbon that's wired, so I'm going to tie that on, stick on this little piece of holly and berries, and then we're off to see how the bedroom looks. So actually I'm going to make some artwork for the bedroom. These are previously thrifted, previously crafted. I did have the candlesticks on them, but I've put them in my hallway, so I'm going to cover these discs in these little pieces of material. I'm going to make some Christmas artwork for the bedroom. So as you can see, I'm just tracing around the shape of the insert. I'm going to glue this on, and then I'm going to put a little bit of holly on the frame, and then these are going up beside each side of the bed. The room has come together very nicely. Nothing really matches, but it doesn't matter, it all works. I threw the red beads and the ball of mistletoe on the chandelier. This is that lovely quilt that I thrifted a few years ago, and the theme in this room is just red. I've tried to incorporate lots of red throughout the house, or I will be, but I threw this quilt on the bottom of the bed, and it just, like I said, it doesn't really match with the other one, but it just feels nice. And here is that beautiful quilt. I think it's beautiful. I think it's very reminiscent of a William Morris print. I love the colours, I love the little robins. I just love how the beds come together. As I said, nothing really matches, but I think it works. I left the bed curtain up, that is the pink taffeta, which goes with the headboard, which then goes with the lampshades, and I just put on the little flickering candle lights through the greenery that I have actually pinned to the headboard because the headboard is fabric. The two little pictures are up each side of the bed, and then I have these two Norman Rockwell prints that are on little boards. I might swap out that mirror for a lovely big poster, Christmas poster that I have, but I'm not sure yet. You'll see when I do my house tour. A few things might change between now and then, but the curtains, the red velvet curtains, are beautiful in the room. Again, they keep up that lovely with the red theme and the lovely Christmassy feel. And all in all, this bedroom has really come together nicely. Again, the holly and the ivy wreath above the bed just adds again a little bit more Christmas to the whole room. Want to take everything too seriously, so I've added another little bit of whimsy with the snowman in this room, and of course in the hallway we've got Santa greeting everyone as you walk through the door. My lady gallery wall. I was going to change this out, but thought there's so many pictures and there have been so many holes to fill, so I just added in little bits of greenery here and there, and I think it's done the trick. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's instalment, part 2. In part 3 I shall be doing the kitchen and my Christmas cabinet of curiosities. I would also like to say thank you so much for those who consistently check on my son's well-being. He is doing very well. It is a long road to recovery because it was a major operation, but he is doing very, very well, and thank you all so much for your prayers and continued support, and I will see you next time.